Hey guys, what is up? It is Lisa Blonay, and I'm back with another live video. Thank you so much for tapping into Blonay Got Tea. Make sure you smash that like button, share out this live. And if you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Shout out to all my subs, my supporters, my VIPs. And if you're new here, welcome. And, thank you for tapping into Blonay Got Tea. We're always into something. Let's go, you guys. Now, today, this is what I got for you. Now, you guys gather in here, okay? Look, let me see. Now, and this is how I'm going to start this out. I don't even know if I put it in the title or anything like that. Rumor has it, y'all. Rumor has it. And I start out by saying that, but it's still important because it's important, right? On what we're about to talk about. But rumor has it, and I'm just going to say that CPS allegedly got involved with Chrisean, and her son Junior was placed in her sister Terrine's care. Now, this is just what I have stirred up on the internet, okay? And I've seen several videos of this, y'all, but I don't know how true this is. But like I said, the rumors have been circulating, and there are several people that are speaking out on this. Now, this could just let me put this out there right now. This could just be he say, she say. Okay. Where one person puts it online and then everybody else just runs with it without vetting it or, looking to see if it is true. But it is worth mentioning, right? Because we are hashtag Save Junior all day. And we've been concerned about Junior's well-being, okay? And we've been putting the pieces of the puzzle together, right? We have been putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And if you think about it, we really haven't seen Junior, right? No hide nor hair of him. I mean, at least within the past, I would say, and it's not like I watch her like a hawk or follow her online because I do not. So correct me if I'm wrong. But I've been seeing Junior in good 6 days, 4 or 5 days, right? Almost a week. She hasn't referenced him. She doesn't say anything about Junior really. Now, fast forward until the live that I did yesterday where she said she was going to be decorating Chrisean Jr.'s room. She was going to be letting her fans and supporters know about her Amazon so that if they wanted to go ahead, and, send something for Chrisean Jr., they could as well. She also promised us, well, her fans, her supporters, a house tour. And what else did she say? Oh, and that she was going to have a sit down with 4 people that, number one, because I know the list is long. We just went through it, but we had to narrow it down, right? Because it's somebody that is supposed to already be in her life and that she has to get along with or has to make up with. And I would dwindle that down. If I were a betting woman, I would narrow that down to her sisters. But is there more? Because if this is true, right, she would kind of have to get along with her sisters. So this is what brings me around to thinking that the 4 people that she's going to sit down with may very well be in her family, like her immediate family. And I'm starting with her sisters. Now, if we throw Tesehki in the mix, and I know I'm kind of getting off course, but just let me get this out here. If we throw Tesehki in the mix, I would think it was kind of Zeus-ish, like a Zeus vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of her sisters is totally doable. I could very well see her with, Tessa, Chastity, Terrine, maybe even her mother, right? Coming to her house because she said she was going to have the interview in her home. Like I said, I'm not leaving Tesehki out, but if Tesehki steps in on the scene, I know there's a Zeus connection. Okay, and that's just me, y'all. But let's get back to this bad moms, okay? Let me go ahead and show you exactly what I'm talking about. But this could very well be a case of telephone, y'all. You know how that works? Where one person says something, and about the time it gets to the end, to your rabbit ass, you up here saying something totally different, spreading lies. So let's just put that out there, y'all. But let me go ahead and bring up the videos that I found, you guys. All right. Pure speculation, but it makes sense. Right? Some of us are wondering what took so long. And nobody wishes this on anyone. I promise you. Right? But all we're doing is speaking on what's already out there. So let me go ahead and pull this up, guys. Hold on. I think this is the TikTok. I got to go to the TikTok page, you guys, that I pulled up. But let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Thank you so much for tapping in, you guys. All right, you guys can hear me. Let me pull up this TikTok page for you guys. Make sure you guys push that like button. Greatly appreciate that. Get us into the algorithm, you guys. We are growing. And make sure you follow. Nope, not Terrine. Hold on, it's one more. All right. So this is what I've been seeing. Now you guys can form your own opinions, right? And I'm so glad that I'm able to even pull up this page for you guys so that you guys can see exactly where I'm coming from. I know that sounds like I'm playing, but I'm not. Okay. You guys will see exactly. Now, this is pure speculation, right? These are different influencers, different everyday people, and they've been vetted as much as they can. They are not a reliable source, but let's get into this because remember, we here at Blown Egg Tea, we know that the devil is in the details, okay? And we can see something out of nothing. So let's get into this, y'all. And I'm gonna need y'all to make it make sense, right? We're gonna make it make sense together. Hold on, let me pull this up. And like I said, her list is long, but we have to narrow it down to her family, not even really her inner circle, right? Somebody that she has to have around, that she has to get along with or has to reconcile with, and then someone who's already supposed to be in her life. So remember, she said those two things, which kind of dwindled it down. I was being a little bit messy, bringing up the 30 plus list, plus half of the Latino race that she, you know what I'm saying? But seriously, guys, let's go ahead and get into it because this is a serious matter, right? And I don't in any way want anyone to think that I'm jesting or anything like that. But we are here for the tea, y'all. Okay, we don't want to get too serious, but we are talking about Junior, and it just seems to bring on a serious tone for us. Okay, hold on, y'all. Now we're just going to go ahead and take a look at a series of these videos that are out, right? The latest trending. I wouldn't say if this is viral or not, looking at the numbers, but there are enough people that are talking about it and kicking up dust, as well as right here on these YouTube streets. And we're just going to get into it, okay? I don't have anyone specifically out, but I'm just going to let you hear the ones that I already heard and maybe one more. I mean, if Junior was taken and put into her sister Terrine's custody, it would make sense because remember she is known to have had Junior before. I think she is the one that Chrisean trusts, even though I think isn't she the one that she moved out and was going to do the restaurant with? I'm not sure, y'all. I may be wrong. I'm not sure. But regardless, okay, so let me pull this up. But then again, I think about it, right? And if Chrisean Jr. needs such not intensive care, but necessary care, would you not think they might make sure he gets it? Or I don't know. Would you think that they would give it to another family member, if it was that serious that Junior needed palliative care, which is not, it's necessary care, because people got it confused. We don't even want to say what it was confused with. It means necessary care, right? Necessary care for him to have the quality of life and be able to live the highest quality of life. Okay, let's go ahead and get into these clips, you guys. Let me show you.
Damn, so apparently Chrisean is trying to get Junior back from CPS. And that's the reason why she's going so hard into decorating his room. No wonder she's been quiet the past week or two. CPS done caught up onto her after a lot of people were reporting that she had Junior in unsafe places. And it was recently a picture of Junior. His hair was done. He looked fresh and clean. And that's probably because he's not in the care of Chrisean. It's low-key a blessing in disguise because you know what? She did not want to take care of that child. And now she has to try real bad to get him back. And I'm sure one of the main reasons was because she did not have a stable place to live with her son. Y'all know that Blueface gave her time to stay in his crib, but she ended up taking advantage and messed it up to the point where it was just so nasty. And apparently, the CPS worker was most disturbed by Junior's lack of going to the doctor, getting professional care. I feel like she really thought that this would never happen to her because she's Chrisean Rock. But you know what, sis? When it comes to kids, nobody plays. And now she's trying to get him back. And that's why she has his room set up, decorated. And she's trying to, like, better herself because she knows when Blueface come out of jail and sees that his son is in CPS care, he's finna flip. I know that's the only reason why she's going this hard. She's probably because she don't have to be taking care of him right now. Like, I remember when Chrisean first got pregnant, everybody was like, oh, her being a mom's gonna change her ways. But it seems like she got worse. And now the fact that CPS had to get involved, this is serious. And I just hope the baby's okay. That's all.
Bitch, not they saying Krishan Dream I got took by defects, bitch. Hold on, ho, is this true? So the people done, speculated or whatever done tag me here, tag me motherfucker there. The reason why she up here trying to decorate his room all of a sudden, the reason why I guess she trying to find a stable home, I guess quote unquote for her and Junior, is because the baby done got took by defect CPS. I don't know how true this is, bitch. And that's the reason why we ain't seen Junior in a while. Y'all know we ain't seen him ever since the medical records got released, bitch. I ain't look. Listen, I see why. Y'all peep how she was just like, oh, I'm depressed right now. I don't feel good, but I'm gonna try to do this for his birthday. And mind you, she done did this and announced this on Journey's birthday. But people trying to put two and two and how she trying to catch herself and watch how she talk because people are speculating Junior's no longer in her fucking care. Child, I don't know what could be true. Honestly, if it is true, that is sad as hell. But hopefully, he gets some help wherever the fuck he is, far away from her, while she jumping from while she jumping from fucking stream to stream. And the people is mad because they talking about something. I'm talking about a child, bitch. Y'all don't really want me to get into that bitch ass for real. I could really make y'all don't like me for real. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to my motherfucking YouTube channel in the bio, bitch. We finna get into her. Y'all want to see more tea about me? Make sure y'all subscribe.
So you guys heard what's in these social media streets, okay? And as you guys can see, it's a full page of it, all right? Now, the points they made were valid, right? And I'm thinking maybe there's a connection in her all of a sudden wanting to have a home tour and wanting us to be all in on her decorating Krishan Jr.'s room, and the fact that she is going to reconcile with four people that she's already supposed to be in their life, and she done effed up or they done effed up. We don't know. We focusing on Krishan Jr. Really, right? We really focusing on Junior. Now, y'all, we cannot blame, like I said, some of y'all, some of us are like, what took so freaking long? Okay. Now I want to go to the reasons why CPS may or will remove your child from your care. Okay. And do I want to get technical with it? Yes, because I want you guys to understand the power that the state has, right? If you are less than a decent mother, okay, at bare minimum, a decent mother, anybody falls below that, you know, you need to be put out there. Now, are we blaming Chrisean for any of that? No, but we are going to follow the breadcrumbs of truth. And then we're going to put it out there for everybody to see. And we can all come up with our own conclusions, right? Okay, so hold on, you guys. Now, let me bring up exactly the reason why. I mean, we can probably say them on top of our head, right? Neglect. You know, I mean, we probably have a plethora, like kids that grow up with like verbal poison, you know, children who grow up in toxic environments with gaslighting and yelling and screaming. And, you know, it could be a number, a plethora of things, right? But let me read. It's just a small little paragraph. So we know exactly what we're dealing with and the reasons why CPS can come and take your child. Because, I mean, regardless of it happening, it's just happening now. And how long have people been screaming from the rooftops, right? We've just been spreading the word. But there are some people who have actually reached out to the ABC boys and reported this. Probably total strangers. You know? Now, I would not encourage to do that. We don't do that, but it does exist, you guys. So let me go ahead and bring this up so you guys can see this as well. And then I will hit the chat and see what you guys are saying, see what you guys are up to. Now, let's just go ahead and read this right quick. And also, you guys, this adds educational value. I mean, that's just how I roll, but it kind of looks good in my videos too as well, and kind of covers us. So, you know, we follow the YouTube rules. Okay, so it's kind of bittersweet. Now, right here, I'm just blowing it up a little bit so you guys can see. Now, Child Protective Services can remove a child from their home due to concerns about abuse or neglect, with the primary goal of ensuring the child's safety. Common reasons include physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, including failure to provide basic needs like food, shelter, and medical care, and unsafe living conditions. Substance abuse by parents, domestic violence, and emotional abuse can also lead to the CPS intervention and potential removal. All right, so it has physical abuse, any physical harm inflicted on a child, including but not limited to hitting, kicking, or burning, can lead to CPS involvement. 2, sexual abuse. This includes any sexual contact or exploitation of a child, even if there's no visible injuries. 3, neglect. This covers a wide range of situations where a child's basic needs are not met, and this can include inadequate supervision, which is leaving a child alone 3 feet from the waves. Okay, that's alone to me. Off to the far, far corner of the dark room adjacent to the studio. It's too far. Okay? Too far. In the middle of a smoke room, a dispensary. We don't give a fuck about that blanket hole. It's too damn far. We saw you walk 8 feet away. Too damn far. Okay? Leaving a child alone without proper supervision, especially if they are too young to care for themselves. Can I get a hallelujah? I'm just kidding, y'all. Let me stop playing with y'all. Failure to provide food, clothing, or shelter. This includes situations where a child is living in unsafe or unsanitary conditions. Medical neglect. Failing to provide necessary medical care for a child, including vaccinations and treatment for illnesses or injuries. Yes, definitely. Educational neglect, not ensuring a child attends school or receives appropriate education. Okay. And it just goes into, we just wanted the gist of it, right? We're not going to go all the way down there. But you guys can see that we've seen this displayed by Chrisean, some of these things displayed by Chrisean herself, especially the ones I just kind of emphasized, right? You don't believe me? Let me take you guys back, okay? So I got a couple of clips, all right? They're loaded and ready to go because all we doing is looking, right? Shout out to my players, my VIPs, because we be sitting on the sidelines like we don't really play. These ain't our damn families. But we do have a heart, we do have empathy, and we do have a responsibility to an extent, right? Never bring social media reality into your reality, okay? We should never be picking up the phone. We should never be reaching out to anybody. We don't know these people for real, for real. Only do that for your mama. Don't be doing that for Chrisean. We don't know her. We feel like we do. But to be in tune with somebody's character, somebody's pattern of behavior, somebody's ways, we don't have to know you, right? All right, you guys, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. And I'm going to play like one or two more of the videos so you guys can really see what they're saying, okay? I just played you two. Good afternoon, Hood Unlocked. What is up, Cree? It's me. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. Thank you, guys. What's up, Abdi? You say his real dad needs to step in. Yeah. What is up? What is up? Hi, Blonay and the chat, you guys. Donella Gray, welcome. Let me see what you guys are saying. You said his real dad is Ronnie. He can't step up, but his family can if the paternity is proven. Exactly. We ain't let go of that yet. We want, right? And yes, we do want. We don't give a damn what you say. We in too deep. We too invested. All right. We want to see this through. Because we gonna see Junior thrive in a DIE trying. Okay. We gonna see him climbing. We gonna see him with a block. We gonna see him thriving, and we gonna see that. I don't give a damn if it's a 7-second video. Before we leave this earth, we gonna see Junior like we supposed to see Junior thriving. The fuck? No more Rosemary's Baby. We tired. We've been tired. It's not Ronnie. His dad is alive and well. So some people believe that either Junior, and this person clarified, because this person may be talking about somebody totally different. Because remember, according to Blueface, there was 10 of them. We just focused on Ronnie and Blue. But remember, it was 10 of them, allegedly. Right? So I don't know. You talking about Blue, you maybe somebody, another potential baby daddy. And this is why women have to be careful in how we move on these streets. You cannot move like a man. You will never be equal, and you will never be seen the same. You can't get out here. I don't know who listened to this. Whoever said act like a man, think like a woman, whatever the hell. Shit ain't gonna work. We're always going to be put to a different standard, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now she out here looking like a 2-bit floozy. Because Blueface done went to her phone and found 10 potential. Now he may be putting a 10 on a 2, but he been batting 1,000 on that truth meter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You could probably slip up a little bit. He could probably slip up a little bit. You said, who's that? Because we know it ain't Jonathan. So they going back and forth, y'all. We don't know. We don't know. What's up, Carmen? You say, hey, Mom. And Chad. You say, well, all those that have sense knows that the paternity test done on Zeus was fake for views. Amen. Now that I agree with. Yeah, I agree with. I just want to leave it out there that the baby looks like Ronnie. I've already come to the conclusion that it's Blueface, because if Blueface gonna claim him indefinitely, or if it's something having to do with the contracts that he still has with Chrisean, I think that might be tied into it, or he got something up his sleeve. Like I say, he's gonna drop something. And you know his new release date is December of 2025. Allegedly, it's out there. Okay? December of 2025. Although Carlissa is still pushing that November flyer, and I think I'm going to get a ticket to. So, girl, you better have that right. I think the tickets is like $20 or something like that. Yeah, it's an open event. So, yeah. But I think it's official. I did not vet the source, y'all. I was just scrolling. I did watch the story, but I didn't dig any deeper. Or I did not even see if it was on other outlets or other people even had it, like on their Instagram or their socials. I did not do that. I was just scrolling in the middle of the night and I seen that. So I don't know how true that is, but it sounds right, right? Especially if they went in there and flipped over his freaking bunk bed due to Chrisean throwing him under the bus and down the alley and in the gutter lane, and practically telling the ABC boys, you might want to do a search because he's on dope. Yeah, in your custody right now. And you know what it is? Like, girl, you really that wasn't even dry snitching, y'all. That ain't even dry snitching. Anyways, y'all, let me take this down. That ain't even dry snitching. All right, so let's get to a couple more of these videos, you guys. Hold on. Now, before we go on to any of the other videos where they're saying that Chrisean Jr. is in CPS custody, I'm going to take you to the video that the young woman who was just speaking was referring to, okay? And this is going to be Chrisean, you guys, so go ahead and take a listen. But let me make sure that you guys are going to be able to hear this. So let me go ahead and play this. And like I said, if you guys just tapped in, the rumors have been circulating that CPS allegedly, unverified receipts, rumor alert, okay? Rumors have been circulating that CPS allegedly got involved with Chrisean Rock and her son, and Junior was placed in her sister Terrine's care. This is where I got this information from in correlation to the other videos I just showed you guys, all right? Please feel free to form your own opinion and give your POV in the chat. So go ahead and listen to this, y'all.
Right now, I'm gonna go visit my family too. Right now, tomorrow I got work, so go visit my mom, go visit my dad, go find him. My dad, he's somewhere on Penn North. I'm gonna go pull up with my mom and stuff, and pull up on Terrine, Tessa, and my brother Terrence. That's where the baby at. It's with my sister Terrine. Love him down. I love how she loved my son. I'm just so happy just to be here for real, and just to be productive and just be working and stay. So I'm from the East Coast. My family over here, and technically I'm not really by myself. My son here too. He just he's just with my family right now because they miss him. So I'm gonna go visit my family too. Right now tomorrow I got work, so go visit my mom, go visit my dad, go find him. My dad, he's somewhere on Penn North. I'm gonna go pull up with my mom and stuff, and pull up on Terrine, Tessa, and my brother Terrence. That's where the baby at. It's with my sister Terrine. She love him down. I love how she loved my son. I'm just so happy just to be here for real, and just to be productive and just be working and stay. So I'm from the East Coast. My family over here, and technically I'm not really by myself. My son here too. He just he's just with my family right now because they miss him. So I'm gonna go visit my family too. Right now tomorrow I got work, so go visit my mom, go visit my dad, go find him. My dad, he's somewhere on Penn North. I'm gonna go pull up with my mom and stuff, and pull up on Terrine, Tessa, and my brother Terrence. That's where the baby at. It's with my sister Terrine. She love him down. I love how she loved my son. I'm just so happy just to be here for real, and just to be productive and just be working and stay. So I'm from the East Coast. My family over here.
So you guys just heard that clip from Krishan, and this is what the influencer or the person that you saw before that was talking about, DPS taking custody of Krishan was referring to this video here. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this situation so far from what I've showed you? Because we always know that they're watching, right? And there's so much stuff online that we try to bring awareness to, right? But they see it. They see it. What's up, Sabrina? Sabrina said they acting like Junior was taking a day. Yeah, I think it happened within I don't know, within the past 3 to 4 days, I would say. Pretty recent, right? But like I said, I don't follow her around every step of the way. I don't even visit any of her lives. So I don't really know what's going on, and I like it that way. Because a lot of times I'm surprised right along with y'all, which brings a fresher, not saying that I don't vet and research and go through things and sometimes watch videos before I show you. Duh. I mean, I'm trying to bring a little quality to that. What I'm saying, to the shindig. But overall, I find out fresh. I'm not. I can't follow her around. Okay, I just can't. What did you say, Abby? And yes, you are right. It's not Blueface. What do you guys do? I honestly think that it's a strong possibility that it's Ronnie's. But the way that we know that Blueface will adopt, like he was going to adopt Bonnie Lachey's baby, Armani, and he was willing to, I guess, adopt, as far as Carlissa goes, referring. She didn't say Chrisean Jr. right out flat, but she was referring to it because we know how Carlissa talk, right? So and maybe he does have a heart for children. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. Don't know. But that was what they were referring to. Now let's get into a couple more before we move on, okay? And like I said, when you look at this totality of the whole situation of what is going on, right? Even though we don't want to tear people down, Donnell, you said, I just hope Junior gets the love and care he really needs. And at the end of the day, that's what really counts, you guys, right? That's what really counts. And like I say, who's to say that this is true or not? We don't really know. You said Marie Terrine was wanted by CPS biting her baby nose almost off. You can look it up. What? I thought that was what? I ain't never heard that. Wow. Yeah, I will definitely have to look into that. I will definitely have to look into that. Oh my God. Junior's real dad was unalive. Yeah. What is up? What is up? Okay, you guys, let's look at a few more of these videos. Let me show you guys, okay? So you guys can hear what is going on, the message that's on these social media streets. The social media streets is talking, y'all. And sometimes all we can do is listen, right? And learn along the way, because we are bringing awareness, all right? And hopefully something that I can say, something that you guys can put in the chat, can either motivate or trigger somebody in the positive way, right? To take action. To take action, y'all. Because a broken vessel with this system is they fail to repair it. Because we know the system is broken, right? We're not just all gun-ho about the C or the P and the S, right? Hold on, you guys. Let me bring this up. Let's see. What is this? I wonder if she's talking about it too. Hold on. No. Let's do this one. All right, guys, take a listen to this.
Wake up, all heads. You know something? I really, really, really feel bad for Chrisean Rock. I really, really, really hate that they took her baby from her. But looking at it in a positive light, God is really dealing with that girl. And she really got to understand, like, once you give your life to God, once you surrender your life to God, you have to, you can't be dibbling and dabbling. And that's the issue. Like, you gotta choose your side. And she still be on the fence of whose side, who she's serving. Okay. So right now, she's trying to make Blueface mad. She's trying to be on the internet. She's trying to pop it off. She's trying to do all this stuff. In the meantime, it's being said she's neglecting her son. However, I hope that they give her baby back. I hope that she can get herself together. But I do believe them taking this baby will give her like a reset, a spiritual, financial. I think it'll give her a reset because she really don't have the proper help she need with him. And I believe that they're probably gonna take that baby and give him all the help that he needs. I really, really hate that they took that baby or how she was set up. Somebody had to set her up for them to catch up with her because they caught up with her and they got the baby. So prayerfully, she will get her baby back and she will make better choices as a mom because sometimes we have to really humble ourselves and go sit down and get our life right with God.
Now, do you believe that that's was the straw that broke the camel's back? That alerted CPS to this, that somebody told on her? Because this is what we are going to be saying that somebody failed. This is what we're going to be saying when people ignore red flags and allow us right? To go on, allow things to go on, even though there are years of red flags sometimes, right? You know, the signs don't just appear out of nowhere, right? You know, social services, the schools, the justice system. We're talking about somebody's under 2. So we haven't really gotten that far yet, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? They will also miss the signs or fail the child by letting the child go back to the abuser. And sometimes people don't find out until it's too late. Why am I saying this, folks? Because this is why we're trying to bring awareness and ring the alarm for Lil Chrisean and others. You know, the part that gets me is that there are innocent children. They're just children. It's tragedy that it's always the one that's supposed to love you and protect you the most. Right? Let me show you guys another clip, okay? Because the next clip I'm going to show you this is not the first time. And this is why we have to keep our head on the swivel. We're not clocking anything as far as the tea that I'm spilling right now. We're not clocking this because we don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. But what I do know is this is not the first time that CPS has been allegedly called. And those were never verified, right? What's up, Haley? You said Chrisean is staying at Roy's place. A few days ago, she was at her friend Mika house. Oh, really? Is that Mika that's in the live that's cooking with her? Who is that woman? Oh, she just met Mika a few weeks ago. You know, her pattern of behavior and her MO, which is her method of operation, in 3 to 6 months, that same group of people, I would be surprised if they're there because I'm not even going to put out any negativity. I would be surprised if that is still her inner circle shit within 5 weeks, but we're going to stretch it, right? Instability in relationships. It's neither here nor there, right? And this is what allows so many people into your inner circle, into proximity to you. That's what I mean by inner circle. She may not be close, like an inner circle kind of has a connotation that you're close to these people or you really, really know these people. No, I might want to change my verbiage on that because I just mean people that are in proximity to your secrets, to the things that you don't want out on these social media streets. And they will burrow it away like a squirrel burrows its nuts in its cheeks and save it, not for a rainy day like a squirrel, but for a mad day like a nigga. Okay? And on mad day, it all comes out. And you're the number one target. And you don't even know. You don't know if it came from pillow talk. You don't know if it came from the time that you went to go get the pizza and left them home in your house. You don't know if it's the time that you passed out, blacked out, and you probably left your phone open. And they probably went through that beat. You don't know if they done set up some kind of recording device in your damn house. Put a damn Apple AirTag on your vehicle. You don't know how this bitch found out. Somebody always looking over your shoulder, homie. That's why you got to keep your head on a swivel. And when you full of pills and potions and you let that dominate you and you're a slave to alcohol, this type of shit, yeah. You get medical leaks and CPS calls and shit. It makes you sloppy, right? It makes you sloppy, y'all. I'm just saying. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. What happened to DJ Sky? I said that same thing. What is up, Sunchild 51? Welcome, welcome. I said that same thing, but she just did a post on she's performing, I think on Sunday or something like that. And DJ Sky liked it. So that's the reason why I didn't dig too deep into that. Because I'm telling you, she switches people in and out. Okay, like Air Force Ones. Give me two per. I need two per. You switch them in and out like Air Force Ones, baby. She got two par. But I asked that same thing, like, where's DJ Sky? But I recently saw that she liked. I mean, you can like for a distance and there still be some type of, something going on. But that's a good question. I wanted to know that too. But she's probably gonna pop back out. I don't know. All right, you guys, let me show you guys this video because, like I said, this is not the first time the CPS has been allegedly called, and those were never verified either, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this because we're not afraid of the truth, meaning that we're not afraid to be wrong. This is not a contest, y'all, all right? This is not a contest. Because we don't control anything. We can't talk about anything that they don't put out there first. And that goes for anybody who has a platform now. How petty that platform wants to get, or the direction that platform wants to, or the context, or how the angle that specific, content creator wants to come at. I mean, that's at their discretion. So let's go ahead and listen to this one. This was in June 25th of 2024, okay? Fairly recent, but it's not involved in what we're talking about right now, okay? Go ahead and listen to Tesehki. She confirmed that Junior is being taken into CPS and she's trying to get custody of him, okay? This is back in June. I tell y'all, it's so much fly shit going on when the camera cut that we don't know about, that we're not privy to. But thank God for us that the flies on the wall love to run their mouths. Thank you. Let's go, y'all.
So I called sources. I asked sources that's actually in front of me that on my family, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I heard that's true." And I'm like, "That ain't true." As soon as I seen that some CPS guy, I never even met her child. Yeah, I never met. The same instincts that came to me when Chrisean was getting eggs thrown at her and we was on that sprint, and me and her was just arguing before they opened those doors and they started throwing eggs at her. That same instinct of protect your fucking people, protect your loved one. The same instinct came in when I seen that phone sitting right there like 2-3 hours ago when I was getting her button. I was like, oh, I started calling you. Is it really happening? And it reminds you, everybody know that I'm booked all the way up until October as of right now. Mind you, my children are good. My children are perfectly good. You hear me, Brandon? They're perfectly fine. The first thing I thought of was, how am I going to put Junior with my children and make sure I still get the bag, but make sure he's good? Because Queen and Michael was good. He hear me. I'll make sure that just kicked in. I never met him. Me and her got the worst situation. My heart still was like racing like a motherfucker when I seen that. And I was asking everybody that kind of could know, hey, is this really true? I felt the same. Like I said, we ain't never go through what we went through, bitch. What can I do? You know what I mean? Like, what can I do? I know I'm not even home with my children every day because I'm out working every day. But my children are with me every day, if that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? And that would be the same thing for him. Like, if we could figure, I don't want him in the system. So I called sources. I asked sources that's actually in front of me that we tapped into what's going on with my family. And he was like, oh, yeah, I heard that's true. And I'm like, that ain't true. As soon as I seen that some CPS guy, I never even met her child. Yeah, I never met. The same instincts that came to me when Chrisean was getting eggs thrown at her and we was on that sprint, and me and her was just arguing before they opened those doors and they started throwing eggs at her. That same instinct of protect your fucking people, protect your loved one. The same instinct came in when I seen that phone sitting right there like 2-3 hours ago when I was getting her button. I was like, oh, I started calling you. Is it really happening? And it reminds you, everybody know that I'm booked all the way up until October as of right now. Mind you, my children are good. My children are perfectly good. You hear me, Brandon? They're perfectly fine. The first thing I thought of was, how am I going to put Junior with my children and make sure I still get the bag, but make sure he's good? Because Queen and Michael is good. You hear me? I'll make sure that just kicked in. I never met him. Me and her got the worst situation. My heart still was like racing like a motherfucker when I seen that. And I was asking everybody to come.
So you guys get the point, right? And like I said, this was in June, y'all. That means there's been something going on in the back end, been going on in the back end. Now, someone asked me a good question like, where's DJ Sky? But where is Kim at? Where is her assistant at? Like, what happened to her? And I'm thinking maybe she fell out with her as well. I don't know. Now, Tesehki, I'm gonna have to call you out on something, because in and around the time you talking about, girl, I was heavy in watching the baddies, girl. I would stab you in the eye with this pen if I missed the episode. So let me call you out, because I was there. I watched it. All right. And the thing about what she said is that the people that was throwing the eggs was Cuzzo. And the people that were with Cuzzo. And then after that happened, yeah, you may not have had anything. You may have not told them to, but you hooked up with them. You hooked up with Chrisean Ox. I did a video on it. And you actually literally picked up one of the girls, because she was like small in stature. The one of the main ones that was throwing the eggs that damn near missed Chrisean's head and belly. You had her on your hip. You don't remember that? Now, I probably erased the video. Okay. We don't even want to get into that. But trust me, y'all. And I'm pretty sure there's clips up out there. So, girl, you hooked up with the ops, picked up the girl. The girl hopped up. Y'all was like, yeah. Y'all was on some street. I don't even know if y'all was in Baltimore. I don't even remember wherever y'all was at. Wherever the baddies was. Now, it was after that incident that happened. So I'm not sure where they was, but they was out on some street somewhere. And she was literally holding the girl on her hip. The main girl that threw the eggs at Chrisean that one night at the bus. And it was Cuzzo. And after that, Cuzzo, and I did several videos on Cuzzo, where she was challenging and trying to meet up with Chrisean and this and that, and was calling Chrisean out, really trying to be a clout monster, okay? But I just want to throw that in there because, yeah, girl, yeah, not too much on my girl. Because I remember, girl, you linked with the ops. So we see Tesehki be lying too. Okay? They all suspect if you ask me. They all suspect if you ask me. You said, so do Chrisean have her own place? Didn't she do a pop-ups and get paid? Now she's saying that she's going to do a house tour, I assume, where she's at, where she was in the live stream, right? Where she's been cooking at. Now, somebody in the chat said that's Roy's spot. Some people are saying that it's an Airbnb. I was thinking it was her spot. You know, I'm always thinking she got a spot and money. I don't know why, but I just feel that way. But it's looking like it may be, y'all may be right. You know, a lot of times I want to tip the scale. You said, I bet DJ Sky and her man were sick of her. And she was hanging out with K Suave recently. Oh, really? She been hanging out with K Suave. She likes to go back to familiar waters. You know what I'm saying? She likes to dip her toes back in the pond. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But what we're talking about is more important than, girl, you going around finagling with niggas. Okay? Let's focus. Let's focus. I don't know, y'all. You guys let me know. Now, I don't know if this does have something to do, it's connected with something that she has planned, because you know how they are, y'all. Everybody's suspect. Everybody is suspect. Okay? Everybody's suspect. We don't know what they're planning. Now, are we here just to go in on Chrisean? No. But when we see something, we're going to say something. All right? And we like to roll with the truth and Captain Obvious. Okay? And we are going to continue to drag common sense for whatever it's worth. Because they say that common sense ain't so common. But I really wanted to tap into the fact that as far as bad moms are concerned, right? And that's up for question. I don't know what you guys want to do with that. But Chrisean is not alone. You feel me? Now, what do you guys think about the fact that it seems like she's going to go to her sisters, and this could be the reason, the motivation behind the 4-person meetup, the squash party, where Chrisean says that she's going to have to sit down with 4 people that she fell out with. And we know that her fallout list is long, but she specifies that these are people that are supposed to be in her life and that she has to get along with. Right? Somebody said, what? Race spot? And that's a clubhouse location. Oh, the windows show the hallways. Oh, really? I don't know. That may be, we got to put that on the chopping block too, y'all. Anything is possible at this point. But she said she's decorating Chrisean Jr.'s room. You think that's just going to be for show? Or what? Said LPS, and it also shows signs like don't leave the side door open. Y'all, okay, so I don't know what you guys think about that whole situation. But we got to bring awareness, you guys. And I don't know if that's the motivation behind this, because somebody else clicked that together. I did not click that together. But I thought that it was important to bring it to you guys because somebody brought that up. I don't know if it was in a conversation. I don't know if it was on an email or something, but somebody brought that up. And I just thought it made sense. And I was like, let me bring it to my chat and see. So initially off the bat, I did not think that. But it makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense. Now, the reason why I thought that CPS was onto her and eventually, allegedly, if it's true, has taken custody away from Chrisean, whether temporarily, and has custody of little Chrisean or Junior. I thought it was the breadcrumb of the trail of breadcrumbs that she left right here on these internet streets. Okay? I wasn't thinking about what I just mentioned to you guys. This is what I was thinking about. Let me just show you a few clips, okay? And you guys tell me, you think maybe? You think maybe? And you know what I say, they're always watching, guys. And the fact that they use your rap lyrics against you, they use posts against you, they use videos that you post, they use your social media platform, your character and personality, and what you post, they can use it against you in court. I don't know if you guys have stepped into 2025 yet, but please know this. And I know my channel reaches all generations, and I'm so freaking happy of that. Because at the end of the day, we all need a little bit from each other, right? Nobody wants to be around a bunch of old people. And nobody wants to be around a freaking bunch of young people. When you blend it together, right? Because at the end of the day, life is more than just parties and, who has the best fashion and, who can hang out and play video games, guys. Got to think a little bit deeper than that and always have a plan B. But just let me show you a couple clips, because this is what I thought tipped the scale. Okay. Let me see. Where's the first clip? Yeah, let's. You think? Maybe? Could be. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few of these clips, huh?
Close again. He bled through the. No, why did I say blood? He pooped through the.
I think she was already crazy. It's just that fame. You heard what Hov said. That shit.
Some clothes again. He bled through the. No, why did I say blood? He pooped through the.
Now, you heard that slip of the tongue. Some people may know it as a Freudian slip. Okay, may want to look into that. Now, it says can't verify the truth of this, as it is alleged that she did slip up on live and mention that he bled through his diaper and clothing, and then quickly corrected herself by saying he pooped. How far off is that you would mistakenly say that your child bled through something, anything, at any given moment, on any given Sunday, for Christ's sakes? What would make you nonchalantly say that if it doesn't happen nonchalantly? And pairing this with allegedly leaked photos or information that someone in the midst of Junior being changed, okay, saw a diaper with both blood and feces. You guys remember that, right? They said that there was a blister or some type of blister on his hernia and it was bleeding. This is what is out there, y'all. This is not us making this up. As heartbreaking as this is, can we not be happy that there was an intervention? A safe intervention. Right? I'm just saying, you guys, like, maybe this, maybe they saw this, right? Before we bring Zeus into it, before we bring in this all of a sudden setup that we're all of a sudden going to be let into her life. She even said herself, I let you guys hear the video, she said that Junior is with Terrine. And she was careful with her words. That's what the people that were bringing you guys the story was referring to, that video. And she did choose her words wisely. She did step lightly. She knows how this social media game goes. We're dealing with a professional here. Right? Junior has been MIA for a while now. I hope that he's in the care of a professional that will help him and not her trifling family. They're not much better. And a lot of people think that. Okay. What's up, None of Yan? Thank you, None of Yan. Now, y'all, like I said, I don't know. We heard the clip. She did choose her words wisely. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is why we do bring awareness to this. But Chrisean is not alone. There are other bad moms out there. Now, there are so many clips out there that could have tipped off a blind man. All right. Let's listen to one more because this is what I'm thinking. All right. The breadcrumb of trails. And she's online acting like this. You guys go ahead and take a listen to this because I brought this video up before. Are we just going to ignore this or not? Like,
What? Wait, whoa. You can't say that, bro.
Is he?
Oh, chill. hey, let's lock lines, though.
Let me see what you working with.
You said what? Lock lines with me. Bro, what the fuck? You could not say that.
now, if you guys are confused what is going on in this video clip, I will play it another time for you. She is online, on live. I'm not sure if this is Twitch or Kick, and she is engaging with someone else who is also gaming. All right. Now, we know gaming is a place for children where children and adult both can play and mix and mingle. Now, you're able to communicate with people, I assume. I haven't picked up a controller in 20 years, so correct me. But regardless of the fact, she doesn't know if she's speaking to someone who is a minor or not. Okay. We are all assuming that they are in the responses and the reactions and the body language that she is giving off. Okay. Now we can't see the other person. We can only hear them. And if you ask me, it looks like they may have some type of voice, altered voice on there, maybe some type of voice effects on their voice, but just their response, it seems to me that this is a minor. And how gross is this? All right. In the manner, in the careless and reckless manner that she is speaking to someone, and even potentially, and listen, just look at her. Just look at what she does. Okay.
How old is you?
That's why I'm asking you.
I'm 25.
You 25?
Yeah.
See, I was 25 too.
Fuck out of here, yo.
Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah,
Pull your pants down.
Wait, what? Wait, whoa. You can't say that, bro.
Is he?
Oh, chill. hey, let's lock lines, though.
Let me see what you working with.
You said what? Lock lines with me. Bro, what the fuck? You could not say that.
Now y'all heard that, right? Could that be potentially, could that have contributed to it? Right? Could that have contributed to it? But I'm pretty sure you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. But I wanted to go to a little bit deeper, okay, into the bad moms. And that's why I labeled it bad moms, okay? We as a society, or a certain sector of society, have to stop normalizing corrupting of children, right? when people like Chrisean Rock choose chaos over peace, this is one of only a many of toxic patterns, right? Now, immaturity is often an excuse, but as you get older, it's your choices, right? Your coping mechanisms that are supposed to kick in. And this is the only way that people can process and heal. But if you have a diet of dangerous thinking, this is where child endangerment comes into play, right? And inside of their mind, abuse becomes routine. And this is when a child's pain goes ignored. Now, I wanted to get into another story that I came across while preparing for this video. Now, a lot of times I watch true life and true crimes, interrogations, documentaries. That's just what I do. But I thought that I wanted to bring this to you guys just to bring awareness and to show you that Chrisean is not alone. Chrisean is not alone. But when we see the red flags and the signs, it's important for us to say something, to speak out. Because if you don't, tragedy can happen. Let's go ahead and get into the story that I have for you guys. Hold on. And I'm just going to pull this up right quick. And unfortunately, tragedy is not a crime, right? Let me bring this down. Now, remember, let's see. Let me go ahead and bring up this. And I'm just going to show you guys a quick clip of this too as well. But I want you to get into the story of what can happen when red flags are ignored and things are taken too far. It happens every day. It happens every day, you guys. Okay, so let me bring this up. And then I will see what you guys are seeing in the chat. And this is tragic, you guys, what I'm about to bring up. But I think it's important that we really look at this as to truth or consequences, right? And like I said, the children are always the innocent ones. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on, you guys. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let me see if this is a video or not. And no, it's not. All right, let me see. Now, I'm not sure if that video was an interrogation or not. Hold on, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Where is this from? Okay, so CBS News. Let's go ahead and go over there. And like I said, if CPS did assign Junior to Terrine, you know, this puts her out there because people are going to be able to witness her neglect and the condition that Junior was in, and that he needs help. And there's a lot of things that are going to come from this, you know, if Junior was taken, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into this story, you guys. I'm just going to bring this up. It seems to be freezing on me. What is going on? Okay. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, guys. It got stuck. But like I was saying, you guys, there are a lot of bad moms out there. Okay? There are a lot of bad moms, and it's up to your interpretation of if that title fits Chrisean, because you know, you can voice your own opinion, but it's bad-ish. Okay? It may not be, it's bad-ish. All right. She got one foot in the bad moms club. Okay. All it takes is 10 toes. All right. Some people say she in too deep. You go to my chat in some of these social media platforms, but like I said, there's a lot of bad people out there who do not love children. And I'm not saying that is in this case, but what we're about to get into is diabolical, right? It's diabolical. They do not want the children that they have, and they misuse and abuse their children. They neglect their children. They ignore their children. And we've seen some of this behavior, guys. Come on. We've seen some of this behavior. And unfortunately and tragically, some of them even unalive their children, y'all. So let's look at two stories. Two of these stories. Okay. All right. So let me pull this up. Is this a news story that I'm about to read you? Oh no, it's not. Okay, so let's go on down, y'all. Because I thought it was the video, but it's not. Let me go ahead and read this for you guys. I know it's sad, y'all, but this is what can happen if signs are ignored, right? If people stay silent. Now, why I can't find it? All right, now this happened in Mount Pleasant, Iowa, but I can just say anywhere USA because it don't even effing matter, right? Hold on, y'all. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry, your comments were stuck. I didn't even know y'all were commenting. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. What in the freaking heck? Hold on, y'all. Y'all, I apologize. Let me take some of these videos down. I think I got too many videos queued up. So let me take a couple of these videos down. Just going to take a few of these videos down, and I'm going to bring up this article for some reason that don't want to come up. Let me do it one more time, you guys. Oh, that is it. I'm tripping. Now, some people were saying in those videos that it was from her having, unstable housing. Some people said that she kind of was handling him rough. I didn't play that video. And I don't know if somebody caught it on video or they just, told, and they probably see the signs of neglect on Chrisean, Lil Chrisean, So, I mean, like I said, we can only sit here, and speculate really. But the truth will come out. The truth will come out. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, and like from the looks of things, it doesn't seem like she hasn't said anything about Junior. We haven't seen Junior. All right, so let me bring this up, you guys. This is an article. And then I'll bring up the video for you guys. Yeah, he has been MIA for a while now. I hope that he's in the care exactly. A professional that will help him and not, oh yeah, I already read that. He's trying for family. If CPS has taken her son, I wonder if she has the case plan. She has a case plan. And if so, is she following it? Yeah, because she's going to have to take steps if this is true, right? To get Junior back. And I think one of the steps is showing stability. Maybe hence why she's getting his room together, showing that she has a stable place. We don't know if substance tests have been done, and maybe that has something to do with it too, because sometimes they go all in, baby. Sometimes they go all in. Sometimes they do. They go all in. You said, Gigi, I was thinking the same thing. CPS will do a full background on the family members before placing Junior. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking, y'all. Did they really place the child with the family? Like, is that protocol? Is that normal, y'all? And remember, we got special circumstances, right? Well, we think we got special circumstances because medical leaks, we don't know. They was right on the money. It's right up the alley. We believe it damn near hit the bullseye, and we can believe that those would be the symptoms that Junior may be suffering or is suffering from. Because when you listen to when you look at the medical leak like we did, none of it sounds fun. Okay? All of the complications and things that were in that medical leak that has been unverified didn't sound like a walk in the park. Didn't sound very pleasant at all. Sounded like it needed 100% 911, bitch. That's why we're here. from what we saw and what we see, it's a 911 situation. Hope we ain't got time for you to roll another fucking blunt. We ain't got time for you to go on another stream and cook another taco. Hope we don't give a fuck about Roy. We don't give a damn about whoever up over there. Okay, we don't care. Fuck. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this, you guys. And let me go ahead and read this. All right, now let's get into this story. Like I said, now I'm going to take you guys to Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Okay, and the source is CBS News. I think I saw the interrogation as well as part of the trial. So we've definitely vetted this. A lot of times I like to take you guys back because if you guys don't know, history repeats itself. So never ignore history, okay? And I feel the more that we go into 2025 and 26, the further forward we go, the dumber it gets, okay? This whole economy is dumb as fuck. Like whoever set this shit up need they ass whoop. They need to be taken out to the nearest motherfucker. Now we already know who it is, but the people that supported this bullshit, we want to call you out just like the motherfuckers that be supporting the BS that Chrisean be out there. We want to drag you out there too. Okay? Because the economy is looking for a job is And just FYI, so y'all know, next time I come on here, I'm coming on with the video with 300,000 Black women that they got fired in the last 90 days. The fuck? Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to this, okay? But yeah, the history repeats itself, y'all. So like, that's why I sometimes like to take you back. I don't give a damn when it happened, long as it gets the point across, okay? Evil is evil. Whether it's 2025, the same evil in August 30th of 2017. So that's where I'm about to take you, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into this article. Damn, why am I way down here? Now, it says, the trial of an Iowa father. What happened to the damn mama? Y'all, just let me read this part so you guys know, so I don't leave y'all hanging. But we're going to go to the video because the video is on the mama. I don't even know what happened to the video, but we got time. We can pull it back up, okay? Where was that video? On YouTube? All right, so let's just go ahead and get into this. Because I don't even know what the hell I done pulled up for y'all. But it's going to get the point across, all right? So a trial for an Iowa father whose 4-month-old son was found unalive in a baby swing last year is now underway. Now, remember, this is in August 30th of 2017. Assistant Attorney General Coleman McAllister told the jurors that baby Sterling Koehn, and that is the precious baby, that is the precious victim, all right? And our prayers go out to Sterling Koehn's family. Rest in peace to Sterling, who was a 4-month-old angel, okay? Now, Sterling was unalived after being in the same maggot-infested diaper for 9 to 14 days when medics were called to the apartment. Quote, he died of diaper rash. That's right, diaper rash, McAllister said during an opening statement. The baby's father, Zachary Koehn, is charged with red rum and child endangerment. Quote, he directly caused Sterling's unalivement. The boy's mother, Cheyenne Harris, faces a separate trial on the same charges. In opening statements, Koehn's attorneys said the baby's unalivement was a tragedy, but not a crime, y'all. Now, giving you a little more context before we get into the video, a coroner's report showed the baby was unalived, passed away from malnutrition, dehydration, and the infection. Now, you guys may wonder why I'm going at this story, because it's neglect. These are some of the things that we touched on with Chrisean, and we are just showing you the extreme of if it goes unnoticed, ignored, unreported, passed on. Okay? Normalizing. Stop normalizing. Stop normalizing the abuse of children, the neglect. Right? And I didn't choose this story. This story chose me, because I watched it and I just tied it into this because there was a correlation between what I read you guys. Remember when I read you guys the definition of why CPS could take that away? That's why I did that, to really focus in. Remember, we only chose a few that would pertain to the reason why we were thinking that Junior needs help ASAP. 911, save Junior, hashtag save Junior till his motherfucking backward, bitch. This is the extreme. When you let these dirty cows have their way, these philandering harlots, these heartless hoes, these selfish sluts. And I'm just speaking in general. It goes on to say, yeah, he was unalive because of malnutrition, dehydration, and infection. A criminal complaint obtained by Cool TV last year shows an autopsy by the state medical examiner's office found the infant measured well below the 5th percentile in size and weight for that child's age. EMTs arrived at the apartment on August 30th, 2017, after Koehn called 911 to report the child was unalive. Tony Friedrich, the first to arrive, testified that Koehn showed no emotion when he led her to the dark, hot bedroom where the baby's body was. Okay? It goes on to say his eyes were open and it was a blank stare. Friedrich said in court, "This isn't right. This is not a baby who I can do CPR on," she added. Friedrich also testified that when she touched the baby's chest, his clothing was crusty. When she moved the blanket, gnats flew up out the blanket. Tell me who needs their ass whooped. Please. Tell me. Hold on, you guys. Let me see if I already have a video pulled up. I did have it already pulled up, but it's nothing if it's not. Let me see. Okay, I do have it. Let's go ahead and get into this. You guys go ahead and take a look at this video. All right. And they're wondering why we talking about this. Hold on, you guys. Let me bring this up. If we see Junior, he off to the side 3 feet from the shore in Rosemary baby stroller. Okay, 3 feet from the ocean waves where he could have been swept out. Am I putting a 10 on the 2? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. A blanket over him where all he sees is cloudy white vision because he can't see the damn sky. Okay. Draped over his damn stroller. Like I said, there's a lot of bad moms out there that need to be checked. And their children need to be taken away from them. Let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. Hold on. Do I have this timed stamped? Let me see if I have this one time stamped. No, I don't. Okay, we're just gonna go through this one, guys, because I don't have this one time stamp, but it don't matter. It don't matter, okay? It don't matter, y'all. It's the message. All right, let's go. Hold on. Let me make sure you guys can hear this, because sometimes when I do it like this, y'all can't hear. Let me make sure you guys can see this as well. And hear it, okay? This is what can happen when people like us with common sense that God gave a freaking billy goat don't speak up, okay? Don't be that person. Now, I didn't say go turn nobody in. I didn't say pick up no phone. I didn't say nag nobody to death. See something, say something could be one time. See something, say something could be a gesture. It could be a, it could be a stance. It could be, a movement. It could be anything that you want it to be. Just don't sit in silence and just be on the bandwagon, okay? Going along to get along. We need more people that are going to speak up and speak out. The world would be a much better place coming from a good place, okay? We don't want a bunch of people that's going to be running around like a chickens with their head cut off, just saying any old kind of shit, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and look at this video. Hold on, you guys.
In July 2017, Jennifer Shriver, a local mother of 4, noticed something wasn't right. She offered to babysit. When she held Sterling for the first time, her heart sank. He was frail, underweight, covered in a raw, untreated diaper rash. During one visit, Cheyenne left him alone during a thunderstorm, just vanished for 30 minutes. Shriver only babysat twice, but in those brief hours, she fed him, changed him, soothed him. Sterling came alive. It was the only love he'd ever know. There was no third visit. By August, horror had become routine. Zachary worked nights, slept days. Cheyenne cared for Nala, or got high. Sterling was placed in a swing and turned toward the wall, isolated in every sense. Jordan Clark, a friend who regularly visited to use drugs, later said he had no idea there was even a baby in the apartment. Sterling was no longer visible to anyone, and his body began to fail. His weight dropped to 7 pounds, closer to a newborn than a 4-month-old. He was never moved. His diaper hadn't been changed in 2 weeks. Flies laid eggs in the filth. Maggots hatched and fed on his skin. His rash had eaten through to raw tissue. The infection entered his bloodstream. Sepsis. Zachary entered the room, smelled death, and walked out. Again and again. Just a few feet away, Nala played, ate, laughed. In this home, 2 children existed, but only one was treated like a child. On August 30th, 2017, at 1 p.m., Zachary Koehn calmly dialed 911. He claimed his infant son had just died unexpectedly.
She went to check on her, had an urgent cry or whatever, and she passed away. Don't know if it's sudden death syndrome or what.
But by the time first responder Tony Friedrich reached the apartment in Alta Vista, Iowa, it was already far too late, and the truth was far more disturbing than anyone imagined. At the entrance, Zachary stood expressionless. Cheyenne Harris, the baby's mother, held their 2-year-old daughter Nala. No panic, no urgency, just an eerie stillness in the air. Inside the apartment, the windows were darkened, the air thick with the smell of urine and decomposition. In the corner of the room, facing the wall, was a baby swing. It was there that Tony Friedrich found the body of Sterling Koehn.
Here's how women are able to earn $1,000 in 30 days by sending messages on their phone. And some take it even more than that. I mean, this girl just earned over $1 million in the last.
I mean, you guys see how neglect can quickly turn tragic. This child was left to rot with the people that were supposed to care for this child just in the other room, getting high. You know, like how you leave the stroller over to the side. Maybe not as drastic, maybe not as intense, but one and the same, right? Y'all. Unfortunately, like I said, there are a lot of bad people out there. Yeah, we're saying bad moms, but these are bad people out there. And this is why I wanted to go ahead and share a couple of these stories with you that I came across. And we're going to take these as cautionary tales because these are actually real stories. And they are sad because we lose children, specifically infants, in this manner, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and I think there's going to show some courts in here. Hold on. But I wanted to take you to, I don't know if it's an interrogation or when she's in court. So hold on.
He weighed just 7 pounds, half the healthy weight for a 4-month-old. His skin was cracked and layered with dry, broken crust. His diaper hadn't been changed in at least a week. Maggots crawled across his legs and abdomen. His eyes were shut, his body cold. Sterling hadn't just died. He had been dying slowly for weeks. In the next room, little Nala was healthy and well-fed, dressed in a clean, frilly dress as if for a birthday party. The refrigerator was full of fresh food. The cupboards had unopened baby formula and clean diapers. The resources were there. The care wasn't. Sterling's death wasn't sudden. It was a choice. And it was silent. Zachary worked nights as a trucker. Cheyenne was supposed to stay home and look after the baby. But she didn't. Their lives revolved around drug use, meth mostly, and they had long ago abandoned even the bare minimum of parental instinct. Instead, they created 2 completely separate worlds within the same home. One for Nala, full of food, games, and affection. And one for Sterling, defined by isolation, silence, hunger, and pain. Only one outsider ever saw the truth and tried to intervene. That summer, a woman named Jennifer Shriver agreed to babysit Sterling for a few days.
One damn person. One damn person that could have possibly been this baby's saving grace. Out of all of the people, it was one damn person. Right? Now, Gigi, thank you for stopping in. Thank you so much for giving us your POV. You said, where is it? You said due to Junior's medical condition, allegedly, they will place him in foster care with foster parents that are trained in the medical field and have experience with Junior's condition. This is what I'm thinking, you guys. That's why I brought up the question, like, why would they give the baby to a family member if they know the intensity, right, of the situation and that this child needs palliative care? Now, I don't know if I'm just on a whim with it, because those are medical leaks. We don't know for sure if they were even true. But we know some ain't right? And this is the question I brought up, like, would they give it to, I don't know. Now, this is somebody who said, wait a minute, you said you worked, wait a minute, let me see. So, Gigi, I was thinking the same thing. CPS will do a full background on the family members before placing Junior. That's what I'm thinking. But why did she say that he's over? Because you guys saw the video, right? You guys saw the video of Chrisean saying that she got to reunite with her sister. She's going to go see her mom. She's going to go see her dad. And those are important things. I'm not trying to minimize it, but we're here for, something specific. And she mentioned that. She said, oh, Junior's here with me, but he's at Terrine's, because she missed him. Now, maybe it was an arrangement that was made and she just wants us to think that he's at Terrine's house. Maybe she, dropped him off. Maybe that's the pickup spot. Maybe Terrine is the middleman, but she may not be the final destination, right? If this is true, right? We're just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together and hypothetically speaking, because this has not been vetted, right? If that really was Junior's medical information, palliative care is a virtue. Exactly. So I just don't think that, but we don't know, y'all. Maybe that was the go-between. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't have to come to the house, or maybe she could save face, or maybe that was the meeting grounds, or maybe Terrine was like, let me see what I can do. A lot of people were saying, hey, they're no better. Like, girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said maybe Terrine is just caring for Junior until Chrisean can get her stuff together. Maybe Terrine is doing this voluntarily. Yeah. Maybe just the CPS taking custody of Junior, maybe it's just, like I said, a game of telephone. Maybe it's just rumor and somebody just took it and ran with it, because if we listen to the video that they're reacting to, Chrisean is saying in this video, hey, he's with Terrine. So maybe somebody took that and ran with it. We don't know, y'all, right? But the conversation that it's creating is awesome, okay? The awareness that it's creating, yeah, it makes it all worth it, okay? We're not dragging anybody. We're not attacking anybody's looks. We're not wishing any bad on anybody, okay? And that's what makes it all right. She said bled. That means he still, has a hernia. Save Junior. Carmen ain't letting up. She don't never let her foot off Chrisean's neck ever. It don't matter what I'm talking about. Okay? She said she don't give a damn. Hey, she slipped up and said bled. Okay, it's hashtag Save Junior until it's back. All right. Let's keep going, y'all. Let's play by YouTube's rules.
She was horrified at his condition. Skeletal, quiet, visibly malnourished. During the 2 days she cared for him, she fed him every 2 hours. She soothed his skin, cleaned his wounds, held him close. Sterling responded immediately, eating ravenously, showing signs of joy. But she was never asked back. He was soon hidden again, left to wither in the shadows. By the time the autopsy was performed the next day, August 31st, 2017, the findings were unthinkable. The diaper rash had become so severe that open sores exposed raw flesh. Bacterial infection had entered his bloodstream and triggered sepsis. The insects in the diaper had laid eggs. Larvae were found on the body. His death certificate listed malnutrition, severe neglect, and untreated infections as causes. The infant had died in agony, over time, alone. When police searched the apartment, they found no shortage of baby supplies. Formula, diapers, clothes, all untouched. There was no medical emergency, no act of God. There was simply no care. In October, charges were filed against both parents, first-degree murder and child endangerment resulting in death. They showed no emotion during booking.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify.
On television, Cheyenne appeared dazed, with messy blonde hair and wide, empty eyes. Zachary refused to face the camera. In court, the details stunned even seasoned prosecutors.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear in this case that the defendant, when she gave birth to Sterling, welcomed that child home to her family, to the residence that they shared in a little town in northeast Iowa in Chickasaw County called Alta Vista. Alta Vista, you'll hear in this case, is like a lot of small towns. It's a couple hundred people, and the defendant lived there in a small apartment. That apartment had 2 bedrooms, a living room, a bathroom, and a kitchen. And the evidence will show that the defendant welcomed this child into her home that she shared with her living boyfriend, Zachary, and another child, Nala, a little girl who was almost 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence will show in this case when the defendant received the blessing of that child, Sterling, little Sterling that was born to her, she also received the great responsibility. Sterling was as vulnerable as only a little baby could be. He was completely dependent on all of the caretakers in his life for all of his needs. Sterling couldn't feed himself. He couldn't regulate his temperature if he was hot or cold or needed a blanket or not. He couldn't change his diaper.
And this is all we're saying in these conversations, right? This is what we're saying in these conversations that we're having when we see those signs, right? And I'm not comparing this to that because this is a tragedy, right? We're looking at a hopeful situation when it comes to Chrisean. So don't think in any way I'm comparing this. I'm just bringing attention to what can happen when it goes ignored and it's gone too far. That is the point I'm trying to make. We know that Junior is vulnerable. He can't feed himself. He can't get himself up. He can't get his own water. He can't change his own diaper. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
She was properly clothed and clean and bathed. She was properly fed. In fact, some of the witnesses might describe her as chubby or chunky. She was properly in proper bed, with proper blankets, in contrast to Sterling. This is not a case where the defendant lacked the ability to properly care for a child. Ladies and gentlemen, at its heart, the evidence will show that this case is about actions and consequences. Actions and consequences. The actions of the defendant in this case directly caused the death of her child, Sterling Koehn.
That's all we're saying. Actions and consequences. Actions and consequences. Did you hear him? He repeated it. That's all we saying. Y'all be coming for us. But when you hear somebody else say it, it's okay, right? It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when we do it. This is all we trying to point out. This is it, y'all. It's not rocket science. Somebody said if the hernia was actually bleeding, that could be a sign of an infection. Gigi says, Chrisean Jr. looks underweight. Now, do I think that? I don't know. I don't know. I really haven't paid attention. But I love that my chat is speaking. Critical thinkers, independent thinkers, free thinkers. Everybody is coming up with their own conclusion from their point of view, their perspective. I pray wholeheartedly for Junior. He deserves much better. But you guys see the simplicity of this. Although this is tragic, we are seeing exactly what he's saying. We've seen it, and y'all mad at us because we're freaking trying to bring it to the forefront and draw attention to it when we know if left untreated, if left ignored, if left to fester and keep going on, what could possibly happen? And y'all want to be mad at us. Y'all want to be mad at us. He demonstrated fear that day. She was covering his face. Remember, his whole body twisted. He tried to get out of her hands. There's a reason for that, right? Right. Yeah, Chrisean Rock not alone in being a bad mom, but we're not talking about them. Yeah, true that. But I mean, I wanted to go ahead and bring this because I always like to bring awareness and possibly education. Okay. Now we're going to just listen to a little bit more of this. I have one more story for you, and then we're going to get out of here. Okay. What's up, Melanin? You said poor baby. Definitely, definitely. Melanin Finest, thank you so much for stopping in. Okay. I agree that the alleged DNA test done on the show is fake and staged for views. Somebody on the channel pointed out all of the discrepancies of it. They worked in that field, so they know better. Oh, you have typos. Okay. Yeah, I do believe that was fake, y'all. I really do. Right? Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get back.
That was the consequences. The consequences of her actions is that the defendant is guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree and guilty of the crime of child endangerment resulting in death. And at the conclusion of the case, the state will stand up before you again and ask you to find her guilty of those charges. Thank you. Good night.
My name is Dylan Sigley, and I'm here to share something that could be a game changer when it comes to achieving financial goals. If you've ever felt stuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence in this case will show that on May 1st, 2017, the defendant received a blessing. Born to him and his living girlfriend, Cheyenne Harris, was a son. They named that son Sterling Koehn. That child, Sterling Koehn, was born on May 1st, 2017. And this is a photograph taken of him on July 15th, 2017. Which exhibit is that? Exhibit 96, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, the defendant and his living girlfriend welcomed this child to their home. They lived in a small town in Chickasaw County.
Okay, you guys. I was just trying to make a point, okay? If you guys want to watch this in its entirety, okay, and hear the story of Sterling Koehn, and I think they have a this case, the whole case is on there. Of course, we're not going to go through that. It's almost 2 hours, but I think I have made my point. Let me see where this is. Her Dark Side is the YouTube channel. So go to Her Dark Side, and you guys can go ahead and check out this case. And it's the Sterling Koehn case. All right. So make sure you guys make your way over there for that if you guys want to watch that in its entirety. All right. So y'all, what are y'all thinking so far? Do you think there's any truth to this? Now, it doesn't have to be any truth to this because we're bringing awareness, but something is going on. Okay. We know that for sure. Something is going on, right? We definitely know that. But what do y'all think is going on? What we do hope is that Junior is getting the help and care that he needs, because I feel like this is a 911 situation. Like, I believe that this is like an emergency, especially with him coming up on his 2nd birthday, right? He'll be 2 years old. I think September. I'm not sure if he was born in the first week of September, but I know that his birthday is in September. Okay. You say she puts everything before a child, and that's very sad. She claims that she's rich. Then why not hire a professional therapist with degrees in the matter for your son? She's still in denial. Yeah. Now, I heard someone say, or they called it, they call it motherly instinct, right? Let me take this down. But what happens when you mix that motherly instinct with alcohol and substances and chaos and ignorance? Some of these bad moms have their own recipe for motherhood, and it's the child that suffers in the end, right? Don't get me wrong. There are mothers out there, and normally, you would do everything in your power to protect your child, right? Well, there are women out there who do just the opposite and put their child in nothing but danger, neglect, and trauma. And then they leave them in this world to figure it out. Here's another video that I came up across that I wanted to share with you guys. And sometimes this is the beginning of how it starts out, right? And this is why it's so important that our cry goes beyond Junior. Junior is just one of many. Yeah. I mean, it's about Junior because that's what the topic is on, but we want to be able to go to a wider scope and help all children, as many children as we can, overall, nationwide, citywide, right? And I think that it's really about Junior because his parents are in the spotlight. Because if it weren't for Chrisean and Blueface's shenanigans and circus, we probably wouldn't even be paying attention to Junior. That's just being real. Right? That's just like when they be like, oh, not necessarily R. Kelly, but maybe Usher or something like that. Like, oh, he's this, he's that, don't listen to his music. Like, girl, okay, like I won't promote him, but if it weren't for Usher's music, I wouldn't know that bastard. And I'm just being funny. I'm just using him as an example. Like, if it weren't for his craft and his music, I wouldn't even know him. I probably wouldn't even like him. So let's bring awareness to the problem, period, and change the system, change the game, bring about awareness, because when the truth shines, shit changes. All right. Now, let me go ahead and bring up one more story. Well, this is a documentary because this is from a YouTuber who seems to be mainly in the Baltimore area, which I thought was kind of right, spot on. But let's go ahead and bring this up because this is sometimes how it starts, okay? And sometimes you got to take it back to the basics. You can't look at the finished product, and we can't wait for tragedy to happen. Now, I'm just giving you guys a little peep into my research because this is where I get my information. This is where I formulate my thoughts. This is where I guide the conversation. I'm just letting you in a sneak peek, okay? I'm just giving you a glimpse. All right, so let me see. Hold on, you guys. Because this is how it starts, y'all. Now, we are about to dive into the life, a brief dive into the life of a 26-year-old Black woman who is addicted, right? An addict, and she's out on these Baltimore streets, okay? Now, let me let you know exactly how far I'm taking you back or how the video is. Hold on, guys. 9 months ago, okay? Let me just give you a little context into the brief clips we are about to see. Now, this is a pregnant 26-year-old Baltimore street interview with Morgan pregnant, living on the streets alone in Maryland. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. And this seems to be what he does on his channel. This channel is called Charm City Uncut. Shout out to them. And let's go ahead and get into this video, okay? Let me see, because this is time stamped. All right, let's go ahead and get into this video, you guys. Go ahead and take a listen. Oh, wait, let me make sure I'm sharing it. You guys make sure you share out this live, okay? Make sure you smash that like button. Get us into the algorithm. You guys, we are on the road to 10K. So make sure you subscribe, snag your membership if you want to become a VIP. And thank you guys for stopping in. Hold on, let me go ahead and pull this up. Make sure you guys can see this.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, good.
What's your name?
My name is Morgan.
Where you from, Morgan?
Baltimore.
What part of Baltimore you from, Morgan?
The city part. From West Side. West Side. Yeah.
Where we at right now?
We're over west. We're in Park Heights area. So, yeah.
What time is it, you think?
What time? Gotta be about 8 going on to 9. Yeah.
What has you outside at 8 or 9 in the morning?
Well, I don't get that much sleep, so I like to move around a lot. So, yeah.
Hey, my name is Jerry Norton, and in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to show you how to make $5,000 to $20,000 flipping houses using.
That's a habit. So I gotta have something to do, besides can't sleep. So in the morning time is the best. So stimulate. Yeah.
How long you been up for?
Oh my gosh, every day. Every day.
No, like when's the last time you went to sleep?
Oh. Well, I just had a hard time the other night, so I had to drop it. I can't do it no more. I gotta stay warm. So that was 2 days ago.
So you've been up for like 2 days?
For a millennium. Yeah.
How old are you, Morgan?
26.
How old do you feel?
I feel great. I got a lot of things I'm waiting on to do. I got plans.
Okay. It's a 26-year-old woman on the Baltimore streets that is addicted, right? Listen to what she speaks on her family, okay? I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to that part. There's a lot of similarities here with a lot that we talk about and touch on, okay?
Like Morgan?
Awesome. So fun. Like just fun. I loved it. Yeah.
When did you start using drugs?
That's kind of complicated right there. Yeah, that's kind of complicated. I can't. Yes, I do.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 4 sisters, 4 brothers.
Are you the oldest or the youngest?
I'm the youngest. I'm the baby. So yeah.
What's your relationship with them like?
Well, we didn't get to that part. One day we wanted to sit down at a table and talk about things and stuff. Hopefully we have one of them.
Yeah, y'all, this is sometimes how it starts out, right? She's the baby of the family. She has about 8 brothers and sisters total. He asked her, how's your relationship with your family? Not much of a relationship, right? She said, maybe we can sit down at the table and talk about it. This is how it starts out sometimes, you guys. Let's find out when she started using, okay, how old she was, what influenced her. Let me go ahead and fast forward to there.
That's kind of complicated right there. Yeah, that's kind of complicated. I can't explain on that one.
What you mean?
Well, it's not complicated. Let's just say 6 years now. It's been 6 years. Yeah.
You've been using drugs for the last 6 years?
Yeah.
Who first introduced you to drugs?
No one, actually. I made that decision myself. Yeah.
Now, let's go ahead and get to the last part of this, which is really the most important part that I wanted to bring you guys, and listen to what she has to say. Because if you didn't know, Morgan is pregnant. Okay? She's told us, the drugs that she's using, when she started, the reason why. She gave us her family dynamic, right? She introduced, we know exactly about how long she's been on these streets, but Morgan is pregnant. Let's go ahead and get into that last clip of this video. And this is the saddest part, y'all. Everything that she has told us so far, and this woman is sitting up here pregnant. Okay? Let's go ahead and fast forward to there so you guys can hear.
Complexion and everything. There's nothing wrong with me, so yeah.
I noticed that you're pregnant. How many months pregnant are you, Morgan?
5.5.
Is this your first child?
No, nope. Nope.
How many children do you have?
Well, right now, I want to explain to her how much it explained. So I'm gonna say One. This is my right. This is my second. I'm having twins. So that's 3 kids altogether.
This woman is having twins. She is 5 months pregnant. And she just gave us all of that information.
Right. This is my second. I'm having twins. So that's 3 kids altogether at the moment.
Oh, so you're pregnant with twins right now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you plan to get pregnant?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Are you in a relationship now?
Kinda. Something like that. It's complicated. I'm gonna say single though. Yeah, single. Yeah.
Have you been using since you've been pregnant?
Yeah. Yep.
The entire time?
The entire time, yeah.
And she's been taking drugs the entire time. See, you guys, this is how far the rabbit hole can get. This is how far the rabbit hole can get. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention, okay? To let you know that we need to be an advocate for children, y'all. Because at the same time Junior is suffering and going through what he's going through, there are other children. Now, I'm not saying we get a coalition together and rally together and, start going around the world and singing Kumbaya. No. But I just wanted to bring awareness, you guys. And I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down and what happened when the system fails. Whether it's the family dynamic, the support system within that person's life, or just the system itself, right? And this is what they say when people ignore the red flags and we allow this to go on and on and on. And I'm talking about the schools. I'm talking about social services. I'm talking about community. I'm talking about the justice system. Right? All of these things can fail a child, let alone us, right? And sometimes people find out too late. This is why we are trying to bring awareness and ring the alarm for Junior. And we come full circle because, yes, we are here for Junior. Right? The part that gets me is that, like I said, they are innocent. They are just children. The tragedy is it's always the ones that are supposed to love these children and protect them. Now, what we witnessed in the first video is, I think it's called maternal filicide. I mean, it's one of the most rarest, but it's one of the most dangerous psychosis that there is. Some people have full detachment from reality and, they just snap. But we know the truth always lies between a hospital bed in the courtroom, right? Welcome, Whitney. Hey, girl. Yeah, y'all. So that's all I got for you. You guys let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think that Chrisean and all the announcements that she made has something or correlation to do with possibly allegedly Chrisean Jr. being taken into custody? Right? This is all alleged. Okay, we don't know for sure. And these sources have not been vetted, but this is what's out here in these social media streets. Now, this is sparked a lot of not the conversation, but a lot of the responses were sparked by what Chrisean said herself. I think I took that video down, but I showed it to you guys already. Right? Could it have been that? Could it have been one of the clips I brought up? One of the social media receipts? Could it have been the medical leak that we were privy to, that we covered and broke down? Because if we saw some validity to it, there's possibly somebody else that saw some validity to it, right?
Now, do y'all think a nurse is going to jeopardize her job? All of a sudden now. After people already speculated about the child and said the child had a disability, why all of a sudden now? No. The person that leaked these medical records, they was close to Chrisean. She trusted them. And if y'all ain't put two and two together, I ain't going to say nothing until it all comes down to who had that information. Now, y'all gonna see, because I already know the TikTok detectives is already looking into it. She not gonna be able to sue nobody, because guess what? It was somebody she was close to and she trusted them, okay? And they leaked the information because now they into it. Now she no longer talks to them anymore. And who could that be? I guess we all gotta wait and see who the culprit is. But either way it go, it doesn't deter from the fact that the baby needs help, okay?
So you guys let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. Regardless of the fact, we know, just like she said, that Chrisean Jr. needs help. But you guys let me know, do you guys think that these are rumors? Do you guys think that this is a simple game of telephone, a simple game of he say, she say, or do you think there's some validity to it? What do you think sparked it? Do you think one of the clips that I put out there that I said probably sparked this response? Or do you think this has been going on? Because remember, I played a video of Tesehki saying that she was trying to get custody of Junior, and this was way in June, y'all. So I think this is something that's been in the works behind the scenes, and it's just something that we weren't privy to. And by conversating with people in the chat and looking at what you guys think, I've come to the conclusion, which I already was thinking, that would they just give it to another family member, given the severity of what palliative care means? And if the medical leak was true or had any validity to it, wouldn't that make this sort of an intensive situation? I don't know how that works. I'm just leaving that out there for you guys, you know? Now, remember, she said she had to get along with these people. she was going to have a meeting with 4 people that, number one, should already be in her life, which points to family to me, right? And that she has to be able to get along, that she has to make up with. Now, something along the lines of your child being taken and possibly instead of entering the system, or maybe after entering the system, maybe one of your sisters could take custody of your child, whether temporary, whether permanent, we don't know. I mean, that would be the best alternative to a total stranger, right? So you guys let me know. You think Zeus is going to be involved? Do you think it's even her sisters, period? I don't know, you guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I will be back with another video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and tapping in to Lonega T. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and support the channel, you guys always know that you can become a member. We have super chat, super thanks, and just you guys being here and liking and subscribing, making sure your post notifications is on, so every time I drop something, you guys know, means the world to me. All right. Now, if you guys are tired of the rat race and living paycheck to paycheck, I want you guys to tap in with me. Because if you guys didn't know, over 300,000 Black women within the past 90 days were let go. Okay. This layoff thing is real. And I don't even know who the casualties are going to be. Like, now I'm going to save that for a whole nother video. But I did want to let you know what I have to offer. First of all, I want you guys to go ahead and visit my store. Okay. Hold on. Let me take this down. I want you guys to make sure that you visit my store that we have now. And a lot of y'all don't know that you guys can make that Wi-Fi money, and they are now paying you for views. It's not necessarily, now you need the following. I'm not going to lie, but you can do so much more under 5K with 1,000 people. Okay. If you get the right rhythm and you get the right momentum and you put yourself out there, you don't need 10,000, 15,000. Now, mind you, 10,000 is the mark. Okay. That companies are probably going to start looking for you and offering you things. So it is a win-win situation when you build your fan base, you build your supporters. I definitely want you to do that. But I'm letting you know, you don't have to wait to hit 5K. You don't have to wait to hit 10K in order to get paid off views. All right. And God be willing, be with you if something happens to go viral. And this is how these streamers and Chrisean herself is making money. And we all can do that on some level, y'all. Even if this is the second income, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. That's all I say. Okay. You need to have a plan B and a plan C. Hell, in today's economy. Now I'm going to show you a little bit about my digital courses. And I call it the Digital Boss Collection. This is a playbook of courses that offers every way that you can possibly make money online. Now, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of this because, of course, you guys are on my live right now. So let me go ahead. Hold on, you guys. I'm just going to give you guys a sneak peek of what I have to offer you. And we're going to get into this. Now, if you guys have anything else to say, now, I'm not even sure if my chat is frozen. Okay. Hold on, you guys. But let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and bring this up. I always try to take the shortcut, and for some reason, it don't let me take the shortcut no more. I used to be able to take the little shortcut and get you guys to the pages that I want. But let's go ahead and follow the rules. Let me go ahead and bring this up to you guys. I want to share this with any and everybody because guess what? It is August, September, October, November, December. You have all of August because it's like only the 8th, right? So we're going to count August. We got 5 months to make a change, right? To make that move, to invest in ourselves so that we can set ourselves up for 2026 because God knows what's going to be waiting for us in 2026, okay? A loaf of funky loaf of bread costs $6.50 freaking 79 cents. Like, some eggs cost freaking $9. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Everybody's going to need a little extra something. Everybody's going to need a plan B. Okay. And I'm just here to let you know that you can invest in yourself, because if not through me, then who? If not me, then who? Okay. If not me, then who? And what I'm giving you is the real deal. I'm just laying it out there for you. I just hope that you're picking up what I'm putting down. There's nothing fancy that I have to say. There's no miracle. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to put in the work. If you do just meet yourself halfway, if you meet your dreams and your plans halfway, you can really make something happen. Okay. And $100 extra dollars a month is better than freaking nothing. All right. $200 extra a month is better than nothing. Now, I'm talking about thousands of dollars eventually. For some of you guys, it will happen overnight. It may happen in a couple of weeks. Because some of y'all just got it like that. Okay? Some of y'all just got it like that. Some people have more barriers than others that we have to overcome. You know, me, for example, I have ageism. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting ready to run out and go be your next police officer, okay? When I show up, they're going to be like, bitch, how old are you? You feel me? Some of us is inexperienced. We're so young, we're inexperienced. Nobody wants to give us a chance. Like, bro, I can't have anything on my resume if I just fucking graduated. Okay? Like, some people are elderly, but they still feel full of life. They still have all their wits about them. They know their way around the internet. Okay. I hang out on TikTok. Okay. Of course, trying to build my paid off views. Okay. But I do mingle and scroll every now and again, because you have to engage, y'all. It's all about engagement. It's all about putting yourself out there. It's all about authenticity. Now is the best time ever to invest in yourself. And what better than a digital course? Duh. What I'm giving you is a bunch of freaking digital courses, all in a collection. One easy step. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me go ahead and bring this up for you guys. And just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right. Now, this is my store, you guys. Make sure that you guys go visit this. If you guys are on my YouTube, you guys will see the tab that says community and videos. And all you got to do is go to the last tab. It says store, press on it, and welcome. Okay. We are bougie as fuck. Okay. I just have to let you know that. And I want to welcome you to my store. I mean, I call my supporters my VIPs. We are past the velvet ropes, and we deserve better. We want to invest in ourselves, and we want our 2026 to look better than 2025 ever did. And you only got 5 months left. What are you going to do? And some of you guys may call my bluff, because I'm not going to lie. Some of you guys are actually 2-3 steps ahead of me. And kudos to you. Congratulations. You know, share your wisdom. Share what you know. You know, I welcome that in my chat. Some of you guys are living the fruits of your labor. And I couldn't be more excited for you. Please share in the chat if you are. Because everybody ain't broke. Okay? Everybody ain't broke. That's all I got to say. Everybody ain't broke. All right? Some people are out there living their best life, but for the majority of us, it's paycheck to paycheck living, baby. For the majority of, and it's set up that way, right? I'm not trying to put you in one sector of society or another. It's just set up that way. They want us to fail, y'all. They want us to fail. And when you guys definitely come back for my live, because right now I'm just going to give you a flash. I'm just going to give you a view. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of what I have. But when you guys come back, because I just seen a video, y'all can look it up yourself. So when I come back on here and we talk about it and break it down, y'all will be well versed in what I'm about to say. Because I just seen that video that said 300,000 Black women, and don't let Black women exclude you. Okay, come back, bitches, come back, because it's going to include all of y'all. But the video that I came across said 300,000 Black women have been laid off in the last 90 days. Did y'all just hear what I said? We're going to get into that, okay? But it includes all y'all. All you hoes. Come back. All right? Now, let me show you guys. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek before I let y'all go. And if you guys see right here, let me scroll down. All right? This is the Digital Boss Playbook. I have volume 1 and 2, y'all, okay? Now, the Digital Boss Playbook is a digital all-in-one collection. It's for anyone who is serious about creating multiple streams of income online with the Digital Boss Playbook, Volume 1. You can get access to the complete collection of courses that will teach you how to tap into any stream. Did I say any? That's what I meant. Any stream of income. Okay, y'all? Now, let me see. This is a digital file. No physical product will be shipped to you. You'll get one file to download. And I also have a sneak peek, okay? Let me go back here. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and start with volume 1, it's $111. And I think that's a great investment for what you get. It's more than just your bang for your buck, but this is an investment in yourself. It's a one-time shot. Once you buy it, that's it. It's yours. You can use it as a reference. You can use it as step-by-step. You can use it as a guide. You can always refer back to it at any time you have access to it. And I think that's the awesome thing. A lot of times when you go to classes and go to training, you just get that one time. You know what I'm saying? You barely have to, you might have to go on your notes or something like that. But with this, it's one and done. All right. Now, the beauty of this is a PLR product, meaning it's private label resale, meaning that you can resell this product while keeping one for yourself and spreading the knowledge, spreading this digital course to other people so that they can monopolize off of it, benefit off of it, invest in themselves through it. Okay. Let me just go back right quick, you guys, so I can show you. Now, if you go home, and if you guys look right here, this is basically what it looks like. We have other things on here too as well. I have other products. We have sweatshirts, tank tops, journals, bucket hats. We got the mug, all of these things, you guys, but let's go ahead and get into this. Now, like I said, I do offer a Digital Boss Playbook sneak peek. If you want to see what you guys are getting into, if you guys want to get your feet wet, if you don't want to make a commitment, I get it. I understand. But ultimately, this is simply a collection of digital courses all in one place that you can resell. That's basically it. Now, I don't want to throw you guys to the wolves and say the rest is up to you, but I need go-getters. I need people that are going to meet this product halfway, because it's not going to jump in your lap and get on the laptop and create nothing for you. And that's a lot of times when people put products in front of you or want you, they simply just want your money. Okay. That's all they want. They don't really want to show you how to utilize it and see the benefit in it. So I want to give you a sneak peek in case you want to just see what you're going to be getting into. So you guys make sure, if you don't commit today, you guys get a sneak peek. It's totally free. All right. I call it the Digital Boss Playbook. It's a sneak peek. You guys can look in there. It gives you the gamut from A to Z, which you will be offering. Now, since you guys are here, I am going to take you on an exclusive sneak peek, meaning I'm going to actually go into my own product and show you what you're going to get. And this is not what you're going to get with the regular sneak peek. So I'm glad that you guys are here. Now, you guys are probably saying, well, what got you on this? Okay. About 3 months ago, I saw this post about someone who had invested and gotten themselves this Digital Boss Academy, okay, course collection. Like I said, it's a collection of courses, and it just like covers the gamut of anything that you would want to do as part of a side hustle, or any way that you can get paid off of, Wi-Fi money is what I call it. And it's all in one course. So the thing about it is that I said that you guys can invest in yourself, choose some of the courses. You can't learn it all. Don't dive into everything, okay? Don't be like me, a Gemini, a jack of all trades and a master of none, right? It's really important to master one of these that really fits your niche, okay? So find what attracts you. And what do I mean? Well, you're going to have so many choices. Just let me go ahead and show you. Hold on. Just let me go ahead and show you guys, okay? Now, like I said, just let me get this down. Now, I do have volume 1 and 2. Now, volume 2 is $222, but with volume 2, you get 1 as well. So you get volume 1 and volume 2 come with over 30 digital courses with hundreds of modules to them, step by step, y'all. I'm about to show you what I'm talking about. I'm glad you guys are here because you guys get a sneak peek into this digital product, okay? And there's nothing to this. You have to meet this product halfway and be willing to put yourself out there, give it some time. Even if you have a 9-to-5, you could still dedicate a couple of hours to this. You still can start and build your platform. You need social proof. And with the social proof that you build, you will build experience and you will know and learn how to navigate these social media streets. Because a lot of y'all out here think just scrolling and hopping and knowing how to create a video and edit is knowing this internet, and it's not. Do you know SEO? Do you know the search engine optimization? Do you look at your analytics? Right? Do you know what makes the AI choose to push you through the algorithm or suppress you from the algorithm? Do you know what it takes? Because I'm still trying to figure it out, but I can honestly and proudly say that I went from 1.4K views on TikTok to 965K views using what I got from this freaking digital freaking volume 1 right here. I haven't even tapped into volume 2, I don't think. Because it's so much. I can only concentrate on something, but it's so good to know that it's right at my fingertips. If I want to dive into Airbnb, if I want to learn how to do sew-ins, if I want to learn how to do eyebrows, if I want to learn how to do lashes, baby, it's right here. Let me show y'all. Let me stop talking. Hold on, y'all. Because I think I done came up on a gold mine. And I haven't even tapped into half of what I have because it's so much. And you do want to retain something. You want to zero in on one of these guys and then retain that information and apply it. That's the only way it's going to work. A lot of people tell you, oh, yeah, just buy this and do this and you'll be on your way to. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. A lot of y'all, you guys can do it in 2 weeks. Some of you guys already have a following. Some of you guys have the gift of gab. Some of you guys are already in the field of, talking to people and knowing people, because you got to know people. It's not about being a salesman nowadays, because if people don't want to buy anything, they're not going to buy it. It's about authenticity and them believing the words that are coming out your mouth. So let's go ahead and get into this, you guys, with no further ado. I don't even know why I say that. I should have been on a soap opera. I just be making up stuff and getting stuff from movies and stuff and be saying that. I know y'all like, she's so corny. I got that from a movie, bro. That's not how I normally talk. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and pull up the store for y'all. Hold on. And I'm going to show you guys. Let's see if it's going to bring it through, because sometimes it won't let me just pop it up like this. Okay. So I have brought you guys, you guys are officially in the Digital Boss Playbook, y'all. Okay. Now let's go over these tabs. We're just going to skim through them, right? I'm going to go into a couple of them just so you guys can see how it's broken down. But you get the welcome, you get the mindset mastery, core fundamentals that give you step-by-step fundamentals that you'll need to start or scale your digital marketing business. If digital marketing scares you, those words, all they are is marketing online, right? You know what McDonald's does with its commercials and its golden arches, right? You know what billboards do when you ride past them back and forth for work, when you sit in freaking LA traffic for hours on end on your way home, and all you want is a cold beer and a friendly lick from your dog when you walk inside the door, and you see it over and over again. That's all it is. Digital marketing. That's all it is. Don't be scared by those words. It's just marketing online. Instead of the billboards, instead of the monikers, instead of the commercials, instead of the, that's all online. That's all it is. You can take a digital course, crash course, everything step by step to go from 0 to your first 5K in online sales with digital. And that's how it works, you guys. You see, it says from 0. I need some go-getters in there. I need some not quitters, some unquitters. You can't quit on yourself. You have to invest in yourself, believe in yourself, but put in the work. Because even faith without works is dead, right? You're not even going to get favor from God if you don't put in the work. Let's be honest. Now, is it that much work? No. That's the beauty of it. When you can sit on your tush compared to what you do now, and I'm not talking about the people who have already dove into this. I'm talking about people that may have a 9 to 5 that have to go sit in the traffic, and have to be out there, and have to smile and be fakey with the people. And just because he's your boss, you have to kiss butt. You can turn that frown upside down and become your own freaking boss. But you got to be stern with yourself. You got to be disciplined with yourself. And you got to be serious with yourself. You can't let yourself down. So a lot of this of success depends on what you pull from yourself. And there's a lot of people out there that qualify for this situation, for this position. This would be perfect for you. All right. Now, you got the digital crash course. You got the online. You want an online store? It's going to show you how to set up the online store. It never leaves you hanging. All right. A lot of digital courses will be like, yeah, do this, build a store, do this, do that. After you build, no, we're going to show you how to build a store. Set up your online store. Okay. Add your affiliate links, DBA affiliate, how to launch. If you join the DBA, it tells you how to sell this product and share this product with others. All about digital marketing. Now, if you want a full training and not the crash course on digital marketing, by all means, we have a course for that. Building a bomb brand of your own. Okay. Learn how to build your own brand with amazing brand resources and training. So not only do you get the training, y'all, you get the resources. Federal Trade Commissions, you don't know much about that. We will teach you. Visual attraction. Learn how to get grants and funding. You really want to start your business, you want to scale it, you might already have a business. This will help you scale your business. This will add value to your talent, to your skills, to what you already have. It's a win-win. All right. Digital Marketers for Beginners in the volume 1. Now remember, we have volume 2 as well. Multiple streams of income. Now, if we keep going, look how many modules, you guys, we have already. Chat GPT. You don't know about Chat GPT? We're going to teach you from prompt to profit. What about if you want to know all things beauty? You want to know how to do a sew-in? You want to know how to make a wig? You want to know how to install one? Lashes, maybe? Beauty business module with all things beauty. You want to master social media? I'm telling you guys, it is all here. You guys see how many courses we have all in one place. All right? Tap into real estate. It's right here. All things real estate. Tap into it. Okay? Yeah, you guys. So let's just look at one of these. Hold on. What's important is learning SEO, just like the core fundamentals is learning what those hashtags mean. Because it's not just enough to put 30 hashtags, 60 hashtags. No, bro. 3 to 5. Calm down. Calm down. 3 to 5 now. Okay? Knock it off. SEO, search engine optimization, to get your videos. You got to make quality videos. get your videos into the algorithm. You got to give the people something they can feel. And then you got to know how to put it in their faces. Now, me, I'm still learning, but I'm growing. Okay? I am growing. And remember, we weren't monetized over here. We were not monetized over here, guys. All right? So let me just go in here right quick. Hold on. Where is it? Digital marketing. Hold on, guys. Just let me go in here. Where is it? Oh, here it is, digital marketing. I'm just going to show you some of the modules, okay? All right, buyer's persona. Anytime you push one of these arrows, it releases a whole bunch of modules. Let's talk content planning, repurpose content, content that you already have out there, content strategy. All right, I'm just skimming through this. Mastering reels, examples, digital marketing resources, faceless TikTok. They give you cute social media fonts. Like, you guys, there's a lot of information here. All right, and just scrolling through SEO, SEO training, hashtags, coach hashtags, mindset hashtags. These are all hashtags, you guys. If you guys look, it's already there for you. You guys want beauty hashtags? There they are. They already have it figured out for you. Okay? You want coach hashtags? There they go. They already have it for you. So I'm just showing you guys what is there. Okay? Just a little sneak peek. All right? There's also community. There's also a calendar, y'all. We have mindset mornings. We have morning prayer, master selling, tech support. So this is what you guys get, all right? So I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. Let's go ahead and get out of here. But like I said, I saw this digital course and I just thought about this. This is the best way that you could invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You guys let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. I want to thank you guys for joining me. All right. Thank you guys so much. And you guys make sure you like this video. If you guys are part of the replay gang, make sure that you leave a comment so that I know. I'm also an independent reporter and part of New Media and a blogger as well right here on YouTube. So I will be bringing you guys court cases, okay? But that's all I got, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next video, okay? Thank you guys for hanging out. Until next time, America.
I tell the clock in. Don't clock out until you get to work. She like, I'm already there though. Yeah, that's a twerk. So now I'm bobbing my head to the instrumental. Think about my next check. Cause the next sex is incredible. Got work and wordplay all week grinding. I do it from Friday to Thursday. Hit green higher than when I be sipping the merch straight. Cause green Fetty and Jawsy be getting the work late. Yeah. I got work.